A look at the prominent news in the defense sector today. The highlights. Initially set up by NPOL, a DRDO lab, a state-of-the-art submersible platform for acoustic characterization and evaluation space, was inaugurated at Underwater Acoustic Research Facility Kulamau in Idukki, Kerala. India boosts defense cooperation with Uzbekistan. Army Chief General Manoj Pande inaugurates high-tech IT lab at Uzbek Academy. Kerala-based innovator secures patent for revolutionary artillery rocket interceptor system. Global news: missiles, drones and warships, the priority as Australia plans a $32 billion defense boost. UGVs gain popularity. Milrem Robotics awarded Japan Ground Self-Defense Force contract to supply THeMIS UGVs. Eve Air Mobility partners with Korea Aerospace Industries for Advanced Air Mobility Project. Germany purchases GL-40 grenade launchers from Austrian company Steyr. Military capabilities of Israel and Iran in Middle Eastern conflict scenarios. Russian radar destroyed by Ukraine drones. Visible strain on global defense industry stresses the forces, a special report from Sugosha Media. A state-of-the-art submersible platform for acoustic characterization and evaluation space was inaugurated at Underwater Acoustic Research Facility Kulamau in Idukki, Kerala on 17th of April. The space, set up by the Naval Physical and Oceanographic Laboratory of DRDO, has been designed as a premier testing and evaluation hub for sonar systems destined for Indian Navy on board various platforms including ships, submarines and helicopters. The space marks a milestone in naval technology advancement. It will consist of two distinct assemblages, a platform which floats on the water surface and a submersible platform which can be lowered to any depth up to 100 meters using winch systems. Upon completion of operations, the submersible platforms can be winched up and docked with the floating platform. The space will mainly be utilized for evaluation of complete sonar systems, allowing for quick deployment and easy recovery of scientific packages such as sensors and transducers. It will be suitable for survey, sampling and data collection of air, surface and mid-water and reservoir flow parameters using modern scientific instrumentation. It will cater to the needs of data processing and sample analysis in modern, well-equipped scientific laboratories, heralding a new era of anti-submarine warfare research capabilities. In a significant move to enhance bilateral relations between India and Uzbekistan, General Manoj Pande, the Chief of the Army Staff, inaugurated a cutting-edge IT laboratory at the Uzbek Academy of Armed Forces. A sum of Rs 8.5 crores was allocated for its completion. An Indian firm was awarded the contract, ensuring that the lab was fully operational in a timely manner. The high-tech IT lab is equipped with cutting-edge technology, including 9 rooms that serve various purposes. There are 2 lecture halls, a cutting-edge cybersecurity lab, a hardware programming lab, an object-oriented programming lab, a web programming lab, a server room, a multimedia room, and a virtual reality room. The lab is equipped with video conferencing terminals, interactive panels, networking devices, and a range of computing equipment, including high-end PCs, workstations, and laptops, along with peripherals like printers, cameras, etc. Defense cooperation has acquired a new level of intensity following the visit of the then Defense Minister of Uzbekistan, Major General Abdusalam Azizov, from 4th to 7th September 2018 and the visit of Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh to Uzbekistan on 1st to 3rd November 2019. As a follow-up of 2 institutional level MOUs were also signed up for cooperation in training and capacity building. The Raksha Mantri inaugurated the first ever joint military exercise Dust Lake, between India and Uzbekistan from 4th to 14th November 2019, which focused on counter-terrorism. In response to a request for a line of credit of $1 billion by the Uzbek government, a line of credit agreement for $200 million for construction of affordable housing and social infrastructure projects was signed between the State Investment Committee of Uzbekistan and the Exim Bank in January 2019. India has also conveyed an offer for additional $800 million line of credit to Uzbekistan. The Uzbek side had identified 4 projects under the line of credit so far and have signed an agreement to this effect. C.J. Verghese from Kerala has been granted a patent for a multiple artillery rocket interceptor kill vehicle system. The system includes a trajectory aligning thruster and a hold and release mechanism and utilizes advanced targeting algorithms for efficient threat neutralization. Some global news. Australia will boost defense spending by $32 billion over the next decade and reshuffle its weapons programs to emphasize missiles, drones, and warships as it looks to the possibility of a Pacific conflict between China and the US. The new funding reflects new priorities such as long-range missiles. Just over 40% or up to Australian 145 billion is set for the Navy, including a beefed-up surface fleet, the AUKUS nuclear-powered submarine program, as well as other priorities such as the Ghost Shark undersea drone. A fifth will go towards missile-related programs whose importance was flagged in a review last year. There will be new longer range missiles for the Air Force and Army, missile defense programs, and domestic manufacturing of guided weapons. Military bases across the country's north, where US Marines are based for months of training and exercises each year, will be allocated up to 18 billion Australian dollars for upgrades. Milrem Robotics, Europe's leading robotics and autonomous system developer, has been awarded a contract to supply the Japanese ground self-defense forces with THeMIS unmanned ground vehicle. The company will supply Japan with 3 THeMIS UGVs configured for various tasks, including supply transportation and intelligence gathering. The vehicles are equipped with Milrem's Intelligent Functions Kit. Eve Air Mobility, a prominent player in the burgeoning field of electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, has announced a significant collaboration with Korea Aerospace Industries. KAI will now provide pylons for Eve's innovative eVTOL aircraft. Pylons play a crucial role in supporting the electric power units and lift propellers of the aircraft. In addition to its hardware development efforts, Eve is also actively engaged in creating software solutions to optimize and scale urban air mobility operations worldwide. One such initiative is Vector, a unique urban air traffic management software aimed at revolutionizing the way eVTOL aircraft navigate urban airspace. The Austrian firearms manufacturer Steyr Arms has achieved success in a German army armament project. As announced by the company on 16th of April, it emerged victorious from the tender for the German army's new grenade launcher. Steyr Arms will therefore supply the GL-40 grenade launcher to the German army. Now some news from the war zone. According to the London-based International Institute for Strategic Studies, the Iranian armed forces are the largest in the Middle East in terms of personnel numbers, with 587,000 active members and 2 lakhs reservists. In contrast, Israel has 1,69,500 active personnel and 4,65,000 reservists, approximately two-thirds of whom have been deployed near the Gaza Strip since the Hamas attacks of October 7th. Unlike Israel, which has 7,000 armored vehicles of local origin, Iran possesses about 2,000 combat tanks from various technologies and nationalities. This includes around 500 T-72s, 150 American M60 tanks, and a few dozen British Chieftain tanks. Similarly, for armored personnel carriers, the APCs, there is a mix of different nationalities, predominantly the Soviet BTR-50 and American M113. The SIPRI reports that Israel's defense budget is approximately $23.4 billion, which includes $3.18 billion in annual US military aid. Although Iran has more than 25,000 personnel, it maintains under 334 combat aircraft, including several from various origins like the F-15 of US and MiG-29 of Soviet Union. Israel, in contrast, boasts 339 combat-ready aircraft, including 309 fighter jets, F-15 and F-16, 50 F-35 stealth fighters, and 142 helicopters, all from the United States. On the maritime front, both countries have a developed naval force due to their maritime borders. However, with its 101 domestically produced ships and 19 submarines experienced in operations in the Strait of Hormuz, Israel faces challenges with its 67 ships focused on coastal defense and about 20 submarines. 7 kamikaze drones belonging to the Ukrainian Security Service (SBU) have destroyed a military radar installation worth $100 million in Russia's Bryansk region, a blow to Russia's ability to monitor activities deep inside Ukraine. The Nebo SVU radar complex monitored the skies some 700 kilometers into Ukraine, offering Russian troops better control during attacks and supporting bombers that were targeting Ukraine's territory. Let us see some of the previous drone attacks. On 9th of April, the Ukrainian military intelligence said it had hit an aviation training center in Russia's southwestern Voronezh region. On 8th April, Ukrainian intelligence reportedly carried out a special operation that damaged Russia's Serpukhov missile corvette docked off the exclave of Kaliningrad on the Baltic Sea. Last month, it said Ukrainian sea drones struck and sunk the Russian patrol vessel Sergei Kotov off the coast of occupied Crimea. In February, Ukraine's military said it had destroyed the Steyr Kunikov, one of the largest Russian landing ships, also off the Crimean coast, and had sunk the missile-armed corvette Ivanovets in the Black Sea using naval drones. The Pentagon's munitions stockpile and looming shortfalls have become a pervasive topic for both lawmakers and outside analysts since last October, when Hamas's attack on Israel led US Navy's warships to take up positions in the Red and Mediterranean seas, while the Defense Department had already been sending numerous aid packages to Ukraine to fend off an invading Russian army. The question of munitions was top of the mind for lawmakers at today's hearing, following this weekend's attack by Iran, in which it reportedly launched more than 300 drones, ballistic missiles, and cruise missiles at Israel with a goal of destroying F-35 Joint Strike Fighters. The US, UK, Jordan, and Israel collectively defeated most of the incoming Iranian attacks, but the large-scale assault, as well as the Secretary's comments, put into stark relief the strain the Navy's SM-2, SM-6, and as of this weekend, SM-3 stockpiles are under. US AFRICOM plans to spend $219 million to support a layered-based defense configuration involving a National Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile System, the NASAMS, interceptors, radars, and other short-range air defense equipment to counter small to medium-sized drones. AFRICOM is hardly alone in its focus on counter-drone systems, as the US Army and the US Central Command Both included the counter UAS systems on their unfunded priorities. This was after the conflict in Ukraine highlighted the potency of drone and countering munitions attacks. An analysis made by Sugosha. Yesterday, we reported the NATO support to KDNS for 155 ammunitions. We have been observing stockpiling of ammunition by various countries in Europe, Middle East, and now US too is running short. It may be an appropriate time for Indian defense industry to have a close look into the defense needs and charter a course of action while the union budget will be under preparation during May-June 24. That's all the news for today. We hope you are enjoying the news. Please do subscribe to our channel and we will be glad to get a feedback from you. Thank you.